Welcome to Shut Up and Bet with Your Highness, the podcast that gives fewer fucks than your bookie gives refunds. Your Highness is the king of the Kush, the baron of blunts, the Caesar of sativa, but really, he's just always higher than Camelback Mountain, hotter than a Scottsdale divorcee, and the sharpest prick I've met since I ran into a saguaro cactus. This ain't for the soft, you pussy. Your Highness's dog doesn't just cover, he bites. Now shut up, log into your account, and let's run this shit up.
Episode starts now.
Welcome back, you motherfuckers, degenerates, and all-around scoundrels. This is going to be Marc G with UFC 318. I'm, of course, your hostess with the mostest, Your Highness. I got a fat lip in, if you can see there on the screen, but we're rocking out with our cock out. We're getting in where we fit in, and we're definitely fucking all the bitches. Marc, how you doing today, sir?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm doing really good. A lot of people we postponed the show a little bit, which this morning show would have been really interesting. I think the shrooms and the whiskey were still kicking pretty hard at 8 a.m.
Yeah, and I was a little lagged from the British Open. I was up since 10 all through the morning, evening, and I was like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. I was like, I just need to take a little nap. So I'll take responsibility for pushing it back. But I'm fresh, rejuvenated like a 50-year-old LA pussy. Get that rejuvenation, baby. Come on. If it's your first time tuning in, I'm a professional shit talker and sports bettor. I don't claim to be the most knowledgeable on UFC. I come at this from a very sports betting side of things. Marc G here is the fucking G. Literally. Gutierrez is the fucking G when it comes to UFC. Marc, help remind the people. Last week we had the fight night? Was that the correct last week was fight night?
Yeah, last week.
Refresh the people at home. How did you do?
I went 7-2 with all my official bets. The two bets that we lost were little flyers, little high submission bets that didn't quite hit, but we put those people in parlays and we hit them with parlays. So we did really good last week. I think I was up 11 units.
And I'll be transparent. I didn't tail every single one of your plays, but you did put out a large 5-unit play, and it was a 2 or 3 leg parlay. So 3 leg, I think.
Yeah, 3-legger.
So yeah, and it wasn't. It was kind of heavy favorite, so it wasn't like a real long shot, but smashed that. Mr. Yes, who is another expert in the group, posted all of his plays in the chat. So if you're just even in the chat, you would have got those. And I think he missed one fight. He bet every single fight. I think he missed one fight, and he did something stupid. I mean, he was hitting guys like, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he hit him with the ankle hook submission. Walker hit him with the ankle. Yeah, he hit him with that. He called that. He called a few of the submissions and knockouts. The final fight, he actually had Derek Lewis winning by knockout in the first round. I think you had Derek Lewis winning or something as well, Marc, correct? I was kind of, I wasn't in love with the other kid, and literally 2 minutes before the fight, because y'all were on Lewis, I didn't take him in any round. I just said straight money line. He was plus money. I threw a little, I don't know, $30, $40 bet, nothing crazy on there, and smashed that. So that was good because it was like plus 250. So it was a good way to end the night. But we're going to come back with this. Let's get the fights pulled up here. Let's see if I know. Ted, by the way, Tedward, our producer, is not with us today. He's actually working his regular job. So I'm going to have to do the producing and the talking. So let's see if we got this figured out. All right. So we got Carly and Nicole. And again, if this is your first time tuning in, I'm going to attempt to pronunciate all these names incorrectly. Marc will correct me when necessary. But before we dive in deep, is there anything we want to talk about on this one, or can we kind of skip over this one?
Carly's a big favorite. She should be able to win this with high pressure, and but Nicole definitely has knockout power. So at that, I think she's minus 300 or something. At that price, she's definitely dangerous, and it's a bet to kind of stay away from. She should win, but at that price, it's definitely no value in betting.
Now you can see that on your screen, Marc. I do have the KO TKO rate of 100% for Carly, and the other girl doesn't look like she goes to decision either. strikes landed. Carly chick's got some good defense. I hate betting I hate betting the women's fights. Takedown defense is good. Let's pull up DraftKings real quick here. Let's see if I can pull this off. You like Carly to win by knockout?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be
Can
shocked if this goes the under 2.5.
can you see that on your screen, the DraftKings screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So winning method, I mean, it's plus 300 for her to win by knockout, Carly. If we go to a double chance, I don't like submission. She's never submitted any. I mean, this fight not to go the distance. Hold on. Fight prompts, not to go the distance. Plus 150? I mean, is that the proper play here, Mark?
Yeah, I would. I mean, if you're going to bet this and you want to put a little something, that's the play to go.
No distance. I'm writing this down. Because are you not? I think I might even be more aggressive and take the Carly chick here to win by knockout. Because I don't see the double chance making any sense. She's not going to submit her.
Right.
And decision's stupid. So, and neither one of these girls has gone to the card, I don't think, if I remember looking at that number. So I think the aggressive play here is plus 300 Carly. I like her more. You like Nicole more?
No, I think Carly wins the fight, but I think if somebody gets stopped, I mean they both can stop each other, but I mean I think Carly
All
should
right,
win.
so Mark is going to say for the official play for the podcast, we're going to say fight does not go the distance. If you want to get more aggressive, I'm going to say Carly plus 300. And again, we're giving you just the DraftKings odds. Make sure to shop these lines, but plus 300. Let's jump on then to the next fight. And I'm already appreciative of Ted because just doing 2 fights already, I'm already annoyed doing all this shit, producing shit. So, Ted, come on back. Forget your little bartending job. We got producing over here. So we got Bruno Ferreira and Jackson McVeigh. Am I close on those names?
Yeah, McVeigh here, his fight's been his debut's been rescheduled like 3 times or something, and so unfortunately right now he's just being a sheep given to the wolf. So um
He does have the reach
Bruno,
advantage.
he does have the reach advantage, but I mean Bruno's gonna get in his chest and just so I think I like Bruno by knockout under a round and a half. McVeigh's just kind of be thrown in with somebody way above his fight potential right now, and then McVeigh will be brought back probably in about 3 months where he'll be put in a better fight situation for him. But for this fight, he's gonna get slaughtered, and so Bruno knockout. I think I saw same game parlay knockout round and a half was like plus 150 or something.
But anyways, I heard the song. You don't talk about Bruno. We're talking about Bruno. We're talking about Bruno winning under 1.5 rounds. You said that's minus 250. That's juicy.
So I did same game parlay, and so I did
Okay.
Bruno money line and
So
knockout.
we'll pull it
And it
up
was
right
plus.
here. Same game parlay. Bruno money line. You said was one of the picks.
Hmm.
And what was that? What went with that?
Under 1.5.
Under 1.5 total rounds.
And then if you go to fight prop
Okay.
by knockout.
Okay. And so that, and I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but that comes to plus 125.
Correct.
All right, let me clear all that out and see if I can figure out something. Doing the same thing, but constructing it in a different way, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's see here if I can find it. So I want, and it might be on FanDuel or FanDuel is what I'm thinking of. This would be a spot where you're saying we could take this cat to win by knockout in the first and second rounds.
Hmm.
And I bet you it's plus money. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone real quick here. Because I got to beat the 125, right? That's the price you have. Let me see if I can beat that. And I'm giving us, here we go. Oh, fuck me in the butthole. Bruno to win in the first or second round is minus 310. But if I do that, and I combine that with him to win by knockout, damn it, still no bueno. This might be a more conservative play, though. All right, so let's do this. Your play was plus 125 under by knockout under 1.5 rounds, Bruno. This gives you a little more wiggle room, Bruno to win in the first or second round. So what, you pick up a half a round, I guess, in there, Mark, and to win by knockout. The money line part's redundant because if he's winning by knockout, the money line part cash. You see what I'm saying? That part's redundant. Now, what if I throw in there? Let's see how silly this is. What if I just throw in the money line play? Yeah, it's not going to change. Yeah, why would it? I just thought. Okay, so that's minus 120. That's a little bit more conservative, but frankly, just talking this out loud, for 40 cents on the dollar or 45 cents on the dollar, take Marc's same game parlay. The half the round probably doesn't make the difference. It's not worth that much. All right, let's go on to the next fight. So Ryan Spann and Lucas Boreski.
Normally, you really don't bet Ryan Spam, but Luke C or whatever his name is, he's just trash. So I did another same game parlay with Spam. I did Spam by knockout under 2.5 rounds. So that's probably gonna be my bet on him.
All right, I don't have much take on this one. I don't want to spend a whole lot on the early prelims. Let's just move forward.
And that was plus 170
for the Ryan Spann.
Yeah,
very good. Let's move to Jimmy Crute and Marcin Porachno. Again, another Polak here.
Jimmy Crute is a big favorite, but he's kind of shit. I wouldn't be shocked if he loses this fight. I'm not really interested in this fight that much.
Okay, we'll move it along then. Next up, we have Adam the Faggot and Islam. Now, we know anybody Islam hates the Faggot, so these guys is try a natural-born rivalry. But Islam's last name is Dulatov or something close to that. Am I close?
Yeah, I think he's German, and then he moved to Russia or some shit like that.
Yeah, he's fighting out of Russia. All right, go ahead. Tell me what you got here.
Islam, he should dominate this with wrestling. He should be able to just run through this guy. He's a great striker, and he should dominate this fight. I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't stun Adam and then submit him. So like a lot of people are liking Islam by knockout, but it might be one of those stun him, hurt him, and then choke him out type fights.
I'm looking here on the screen, if you can see it, landed per minute, significant strikes, Islam 14.27. That's a shit ton. I remember a couple fights back, we had the lighter guys, and I can't remember their names now, and we had over on significant strikes, which was like over 100, something crazy. And that guy was at like 12 or something. This is 14. So this guy is a fucking machine. He's putting out volume like crazy. The question is, most faggots can take a punch or two. Can this faggot take a punch?
I mean, I don't see him surviving the fight.
Okay, so because what I'm thinking is, is it something where we take over significant strikes for Islam if we think this fight can go the distance? You're saying not so fast. It's not going the distance. Okay.
Yeah, Adam might not even see past the first minute.
All right, let's jump over to the odds screen real quick here for this fight here. And you said a same game parlay on this one as well?
No, this one I didn't do. No. This one I stayed away.
You didn't touch this fight?
No, I didn't touch this fight.
I want to see something just because I'm curious on the...
I was thinking about maybe putting a little something on submission because I think how it might get into one of those weird stun them and then choke them out. But I haven't looked at the...
Plus 330, double chance by submission. That's minus 400. That's big, heavy. Alternate. Wave fish. Yeah, and they don't have significant strikes. I don't see a number up for that. So we'll move on from that. Alrighty.
Yeah, those usually come out on FanDuel like on Friday.
We'll see what the lines are. If because they think the line doesn't go that long or that far, maybe the play is if we can get Adam to prolong this into like the third round or get us into the start of the third round, maybe we can get the numbers there. Maybe a ladder. If you're not familiar with ladder, maybe we start with a really low number and we progress our bet up. A couple of fights ago, we did that with the guys significant strikes where we start off and like every fifth more. I can't fucking talk. every fifth strike he got, we got paid another amount. And obviously the odds got longer, but we were basically free rolling once you hit a couple. I think that's the rest of the early prelims. Let's get into the actual official prelims. All right. Yeah. So we have, good luck on this one. Atabai Gatier. It's probably like a French, and then Robert Valentine, Mr. Valentine. What's the read on this one?
I think Adabir. I think he gets Robert out of there under a round and a half by knockout.
Okay, let's win by. So he is 86% by knockout, 14% by decision. Subs almost never, where Valentine is a sub. Significant strikes, grappling. This is what I want to know. Takedown defense. Okay, so Adabi, whatever his name is, 90% takedown defense is really good at going against a guy that likes to grapple, likes to shoot. And you think under a round and a half? Did I hear you correctly?
I think he knocks him out under a round and maybe in the second round.
So just him to win by knockout minus 250. If we do like a parlay under 1.5, you said minus 135. All right. Yeah, in the 1 to 2 range, minus 225. I mean, do they see the second round?
The only reason I'm hesitant to go round one knockout is because Robert might waste a lot of the first round diving at legs trying to get the takedown.
That's fair. I'm not going to get caught up too much on this one. Like I said, if you're feeling froggy at home, jump.
These early prelims are so juiced up, money wine line. I mean, like you tell people all the time, I'm available in the community chat. If there's something you want to just shoot me a message, man. I'll tell you, hey, if you're like, hey, I really want to bet this fight, just shoot me a message. I'll give you a little bit more information. But like, I'm not touching a lot of these fights.
Yeah, there's no dumb questions. There's only dumb answers, which we like to give a lot of dumb answers, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I mean, look, we're only gonna make fun of you if you're into that, like if that's your kink. If you don't want to be made fun of, I promise we won't make fun of you. But yeah, otherwise it's it's a little bit of a locker room feel, guys busting on each other, girls busting on each other, girls and guys busting on each other. Sounds like an orgy, but it is a lot of fun. But yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to have a good time, but we're also here to help you make money. Not just myself, but Mark, the other Mark, Mr. Yes, Mr. Prop, Jody. Especially when football season comes, especially when props come, player props, those lines move a lot, things like that. We want to be here. Sometimes the line we get them at, it might adjust by the time you get. Ask us questions. We want to give you the best advice we possibly can. So please lean on us when you need us. We're there, and literally I have no life, so I'm almost always available. All right, so the Prado versus, oh, fuck me if I'm going to guess this guy's name. Vertentikavakov, Nikolai Ole. I'm guessing European, Eastern European, Kazakhstan. I heard his sister was the 4th best prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. All right, Mark, let's get back to business. What do you got going here?
I think he wins this fight. He's a good money line play. I think he's at minus 145 the last time I saw, or something like that. This should be a good striking fight. I don't see it going to the ground very much, and I think that he's never won by decision, but Nicolay is a tough dude, so I think this will be Francisco probably by decision because it'll be hard to get Nicolay out there, but he should win this fight in a striking matchup.
I mean, Prado's got no matches by decision.
Yeah, but Nicolay's a tough dude.
A few. Nicolay looks like a swing for the fence guy. Just looking at the numbers, I've never seen this guy fight, I don't think, ever in my life. But just looking at numbers, neither one's got great teeth. I mean, Prado's really got terrible teeth. I mean, this to me, and you kind of said this a little bit, but the read I'm getting on this is a stand in the phone booth type fight, which is stand up. It's not going to be going to the ground very much. Let me get this fight pulled up here. Hold on one sec. And let's just slug it out. let's just slug it out. Let's get into this. I think this is a more prop thing. Will the fight go the distance? More sword decision. 10 seconds. Going to say point deduction. Now, how about this? What do these guys sometimes get when they stand in? They get some pokes in the eyes. Does a point get deducted in this fight at plus 2,000? Is that crazy?
I mean, it'd have to be lots of pokes in the eyes.
Yeah, I guess. Sometimes like that, this stuff just screams at me. Maybe because I like the long shots. I like the long shots, but I think if we just go forget who's gonna win the fight, and let's just say the fight. Go ahead, say
What
it.
was right there? You had Francisco round 3 decision. What was that? Is that juice to shit?
Let me get back up here. Hold on. Where'd you see that at now? The win in the third round?
I think I saw something where it said it combined.
Yeah, right here. Francisco Prado to win by submission in the third round. Is that, or do you want a knockout in the third?
No, I thought I saw something where it combined round 3 and decision.
Yeah, right here. Is that on your screen? I'm highlighting it right now on mine.
That's a good play right there.
So Prado to win in the third or decision. Now, what about this, Mark? I actually like Ole. I don't know why. If you say there's another thing here too. Okay, so let me just think about this for 2 seconds. You got my mind working here. There's a double chance, but an alternate double chance. Okay, so if we go, and I hope this is on your screen, Prado to win by decision. Oh, it's minus 120, obviously. But see on the screen here, him win by decision or Ole win by knockout, minus 120. Because I think if Ole wins, it has to be by knockout.
Correct. You're correct.
If it goes to scorecard, Prado probably wins. And if it's submission, if the result is submission, Prado's definitely the winner. So the other thing is this, okay. Do you go Prado to win by submission and Nicolay to win by knockout? Plus 240?
I mean,
I think that's the aggressive play. I think if you want to get aggressive, Prado by submission, Ole by knockout. Alternate double chance. I think if you want to be conservative, you go with Marc's play, which, what was that? Was it minus 130 or something? Plus 130?
Yeah, plus 130. Prado round 3 or decision.
Or decision, or another conservative play is Prado by decision or Ole by knockout at minus 120. I think that is the way to go if you're going to bet this fight. All right, let's move on. I don't want to get too caught up. Let me know when that UFC screen pops back up on there for you.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. So now we're getting into some names that people that are, watch somewhat regularly should start to recognize. We have Marvin Vettori. That's Italian. I hope I got that right. And Brendan Allen is whiter than a trailer. That's the whitest trailer park trash name I could think of. Brendan Allen. Anyway, both are coming off a loss. Weight advantage. They have Brendan Allen. Is he coming down a weight class? Because he has a significant, he's 12-pound difference. So I'm guessing he normally fights at a higher weight than middleweight. Is that correct?
I'm having a hard time hearing you right now. Hold on, it's reconnecting. Okay, I got you.
With the weight or the weight class or something, because on the screen here, it's showing me a 12-pound difference between the two guys, which usually means somebody dropped weight classes or went up weight classes.
Yeah, I think Brandon jumps around between weight classes.
Okay, very
good.
Brandon,
yeah. So sometimes he'll fight light heavyweight. Sometimes he'll go middleweight. So that's why.
Who do you like in this fight, Mark?
If you Google both their names on YouTube or whatever, you'll see a cool little casino fight. These guys got into a fight at the casino recently, so they're running back that little scuffle. If you kind of watch that fight, even in a street fight, Marvin can't get his big ass Italian head off the center line, and so he just absorbs so many strikes. So I think Brendan Allen wins this. I think these guys are going to stand up and they're going to bang. It's going to be hard to knock out that big old square head of Marvin, but I think Brendan Allen wins this one.
I'm pulling up the odds right here. It looks like Brendan Allen is a minus 205 favorite. Do you think he wins by knockout?
Nah, most likely it'd be a decision.
Okay, let's go.
Marvin is a tough son of a bitch.
Even money, Allen by decision.
Yeah. See, these lines are so juiced on these early
Yeah.
prelims. It's hard. Sometimes it's tough to bet these.
And I think what I would do if I'm being conservative is actually take the double chance Allen by knockout or decision is minus 150. I don't think he
I mean,
submits him.
submission is in play for Allen, but I think these guys are gonna just stand up and bang.
Yeah, he's going to win on points because he outstrikes him, or he'll catch him and knock him out. That's my read on the fight. Minus 150 doesn't really get me excited either. So now to Kyler Phillips and Oliveira. Now, is this any relation to Charles?
No, but he is from Brazil, but he's not related to Charles.
Okay. What do you got here?
Uh, this is where Vinicius probably starts making his way towards the top 10. Um, dude is tough. Dude is a gamer. Um, Kyle Phillips, if you were to look more at his face, he looks like he's too pretty for this. But I think Oliveira actually wins this by decision. I know a lot of his fights haven't gone towards a decision, but I think Kyle Phillips he is a tough dude, and I think he's gonna be able to hang in there with Oliveira. But I think Oliveira wins this one pretty easily and makes it to a decision. It should be a good fight though.
Grappling. Both have good takedown defense. Significant strikes are pretty equal. It looks like a pretty even match on the numbers. Slight reach advantage for Kyler. What I'm seeing though is neither guy really wins much on the ground. This is probably a double chance type betting fight. If I move over to that tab real quick here. Oops, pull up here. You like Oliveira. So if you go Oliveira double chance, it's probably juicy as fuck, but let's take a look. Double chance by Oliveira by knockout or decision minus 140. So again, nothing that gets you, it's not sexy. And if you think the fight is going to be just by knockout, plus 200, but it probably goes to decision. None of these are really getting me going. Unfortunately, nothing is really moving the needle for me.
I mean, but I think a lot of times what happens is when you have a good UFC event for the bettors last week, the following week these books generally juice the lines to try to get some of that money back. And last week, um, the
We took all their monies.
the betting community definitely beat the books on UFC last week.
Thank you. Yeah, because I'm not too excited. So we got the main ticket, the pay-per-view. By the way, folks, UFC, what is that, 20, I think it is our meetup event in Toledo, Ohio. I'll do a little plug in there. We already got, I think, 7 or 8 people signed up. Should get somewhere around 20. That does come with free viewing of the pay-per-view. We provide that basically in the bar. I bring the Ruco sticks. Don't tell anybody. Don't be a snitch. But we hook up the Ruco sticks to the bar. We get the sound. We get to control the TVs. We basically take over the bar. Shout out to Jed's in Toledo, Ohio. It's less than $150. All you can drink, all you can eat. Literally, you can get there from anywhere in the country for less than $250 round trip. For $500 for a whole weekend, you could come have one of the best weekends and party and have a great time with some of the people in the community. Plus, I'm going to be there. Mr. Yes, which we mentioned already, will be there. Mark, I'm going to try to talk into coming. We'll see. He's got to get off work. He's got real responsibilities in life, like kids and a job and shit like that. But we'll talk him into it because, Mark, I shit you not, I already looked it up. Like 2:30 round trip Tucson to Detroit, which is only 45 minutes from Toledo.
Oh wow!
But you gotta have a Saturday off. That's your problem. You gotta get a Saturday off
Yeah,
work.
yeah, my kids on the weekend.
Or maybe I'll even talk him into driving up to Phoenix and we'll catch the same flight. That'd be kind of cool. Come up to Phoenix, we'll catch the same flight. Because I know for a fact my flight was 220 round trip. How do you beat
That's
that?
crazy.
How do you beat that? And then we're gonna rent out a rental house there in downtown Toledo. So we'll kind of be a little party house downtown. There's a bunch of bars and restaurants downtown. It's 5-minute drive max from the casino there as well. So we'll definitely get a casino trip in or two. But it's a lot of time. It's the 5th one we've done. I don't know if anybody's ever had a bad time. I don't want to speak for everybody, but all the feedback I've always got has been very positive. Always said it's one of the best times they've had. And shout out to the couple of those that have attended every single one. Matt is the first person that comes to mind. So Matt, if you're watching this, Matty Ice from Cincinnati, Ohio, has drove or flown to every single meetup event, and we've had them, in Ohio and Vegas and everywhere else. So, all right, let's get into the main event. We have the first pay-per-view fight is going to be Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber. Probably not pronouncing that correctly, but pulling this fight up here. Am I close? Okay, that's good. The tail of the tape, as they say. Johnson's coming in on a win, and Daniel's coming in on a loss. The reach and height advantage is going to go to the Mexican, though. He's got a 3.5-inch reach advantage. Weight discrepancy, again, this could be a jumping of weight divisions. Figuring he's coming at 178, and this is a lightweight fight, I'm going to guess saying that he's dropping down to fight. I do worry sometimes guys cutting too much weight to drop down in class. Sometimes it sucks all their energy out. Mark, what is your read, though, on this fight?
I think they just got those numbers wrong because all of
Okay.
Daniel fights have been at lightweight. So I
Okay.
think that's just a screw up on the website.
That's why we have you here.
And so on this fight, Michael Johnson's a true and tried vet, and the thing about that is, when does that true and tried vet's chin go on them? Daniel should win this fight easily. I liked Daniel by decision only because of Michael's toughness, but eventually eventually the toughness goes, the chin goes, and they just get flatlined, and it looks horrible on TV. It looks scary. I think one of our first shows we actually bet on, and I said, "Hey man, this guy's chin's about to go," and it went, like, I think in the second round. I forget who the guy was, and he got flatlined. That was one of our first early shows, and that was one of our first bets we hit. So I do like Daniel by decision, but I mean he's going to put pressure on Michael, and there's going to be times where I think you get a little scared because Michael's going to look hurt. But I do think Daniel wins by decision, but I wouldn't. I mean, I know the book I'll have is over at 1.5 juice. So this might be one of those where I look at round 3 decision bets that we saw in one of the earlier fights.
So I think the play here, based upon what you're telling me, is Daniel over 1.5.
Yeah,
Minus 175. Minus 175. Again, none of these odds are really.
What about go down a little bit, little winner and group of rounds?
Okay, so if you say third round and or decision is minus 105, that's probably the play. But if his jaw goes early. I think it goes in the second, maybe. I don't like this at all. I don't like this fight at all. Do as you please. All right, let's move on here. We got the fight I'm actually looking forward to: Dan Inge and Pitbull.
This should be a fun fight, man.
Yeah. Slight reach advantage to Dan. Looking kind of at the knockout sub decision numbers, they're almost, Pitbull's exactly a third, and Dan is pretty much the same. Significant strikes, looking real quick here. Again, pretty close. Grappling, the real edge here is Pitbull's takedown defense. But how do you see it, Mark?
So this was unfortunately, Pitbull came from Bellator too late in his career. He was one of the best fighters a few years ago, and now he came to the UFC a little too late. I think Dan Ige should win this fight. I think he should win by decision, but it'll be a good fight. It'll be a tough fight. And so I think Dan wins this, and I think he wins it by decision.
Let's get to the odds, though. And you like winning method, Dan by decision, plus 110.
Yeah, I think that's where you go on this fight.
Okay. I think I like Pitbull. And I'd probably, if I do take Pitbull, I'd probably take him on the money line. 180.
Yeah, that's a smart thing you brought up, because I have some other friends that bet, and they always like, oh, I like this underdog, and I like him to win like this. If you're going to take an underdog, just take you're already getting plus money.
Yeah, prime example, Derek Lewis last Saturday. Same thing, it's like plus 250. Now, again, shout out to Mr. Yes. He had him winning by knockout in the first round. That paid very well. But I said, let's not get cute. 250 is good enough for me. Same thing. Pitbull, if I do end up falling on that line, I'm not getting cute. I'm just going to take Pitbull plus money and let's move on with life. All right, moving on to the next fight. The fight that I'm probably looking forward to the most is the Kevin Holland, Daniel Rodriguez fight. Welterweight bout down there in New Orleans. By the way, this is in New Orleans, so it'll be Central, or they have Mountain. I think they're on Central time. Big reach advantage, 7 inches to Kevin Holland. Okay. We talk about this a lot. Anytime it's more than 6 inches, ladies pay attention. Guys too. 78% of the time, the fighter with 6-inch reach advantage or more wins outright. Just keep that in mind. How do you see this fight? I already know how I'm going on this fight, but you tell me how you like this fight.
Their weight averages is correct because these guys go up to middleweight and
184 and
welterweight.
170. Okay, all right.
So that Daniel's gone up to middleweight. Holland's gone up to middle. Holland will basically fight anybody. He fought Chimaev at like 180 or some shit like that. Like these guys are both gamers. These guys are both tough. But at welterweight, Kevin Holland is a different fighter. He is quick. He is fast. He's dangerous. I think he actually knocks out Daniel Rodriguez. Now, the scary thing with Holland, if you bet him by knockout, that dude has some of the quickest, nastiest submissions out there. I mean, he can grab your neck and choke the shit out of you in a second. So that's where you get scared with Holland, and if you bet him just by knockout, because if he stuns you and hurts you, he's gonna jump on your neck and choke the shit out of you. So double chance probably should be juiced. I haven't looked at it.
I've got it right here on the screen if you can see it.
And so,
Does it show on your screen, Mark?
yeah, I got it.
So I got minus 150. Now I'll shop this line around, but I'm right in sync with you. I love Kevin Holland. Now help me because I'm a little dumb. This weight class is what weight from what range to what range?
So this is the 170. So this is from
This is Kevin dropping down.
But this is his weight. This is where he should be. This is his good fighting weight. When he goes to 185, it's just because he wants to fight. He wants to get in the ring, and he doesn't want to cut weight.
So
this is where he needs to be.
He has to bulk up for those fights. This is more his natural fighting weight.
Right. This is the weight where he gets in shape, cuts some weight off, makes the scales, and then looks amazing. This is where he should be all the time.
All right, Mark. You know, I got that radio show on Friday, and I always give out your Highness's highest play for the weekend. And we're 2-0-1. The 0-1, or the I guess the push was the fact that we took a decision no bet last week, and it went to decision. He ended up winning the decision, but neither here nor there. We won the other 2 bets. We're going to get back on the winning train.
That was my second highest play. I think I put 3 units on that guy money line or some shit.
You did. Yeah. I listen to you. I don't always follow you exactly. Sometimes I put my own little tweaks in there, but this is what I'm telling you right now. I'm making the decision right here on the spot. If you listen to radio show, go listen to radio show, because I'm going to go over futures for the NFL as well. But Kevin Holland to win by knockout, TKO, DQ, and or submission will be my largest play on the UFC. Now, I hope I can find it better than 150. But if it is 150, I will put 9 units risked to win 6. Right? If my math's right there. This will be a large play. I'm very confident. I love the fact that Mark is basically reiterating exactly how I was feeling prior to. That only just reassures my confidence. So my Saturday will be made on Kevin Holland's fight. I'm telling you that right now. I will make it my official play. I might just spread this play out like my fucking girlfriend last week, man. All over the fucking bed, left, right, center. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. But I want everybody to taste a little of this pie. Get a little of that Kevin Holland. Get a little Kevin Holland in your life.
Yeah, I think he is by far my biggest favorite on this card to look amazing.
If you bet one fight this whole card, you fucking bet Kevin Holland. And what is him just on the money line? Let's just see, even if somebody wants
Like,
to be.
I think it's like minus 500 or some shit like that.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I agree with you wholeheartedly. Actually, let's see. I just want to look at this real quick before we move on. If he wins in the first or second round, this won't be the official play because it's a little more aggressive, but where was that at? Kevin Holland in the first is minus 110. Fuck all that. I'm sticking to my guns. Kevin Holland, double chance. So basically just win inside the distance. He's got to win by submission or he's got to win by a knockout. Bet, not everything. Don't get crazy, folks. Like 10%, though. I want you to sweat this one. I want you to be looking forward to this fight. I want you to have the sweats when Buffer's out there and telling you it's time.
You know, while you were talking, I checked FanDuel, I checked Caesars doesn't have it out. I checked MGM. They're all at minus 150 for your double chance. So
That's
I
what we're
think I
going
think
with.
I like it.
All right, let's go to the next fight. Costa and Roman Kopylov. That's not his name, but that's what we're going to go with. Is this,
No, that's fine. You hit it, copy love.
Damn. Okay. And I might be getting my white boys mixed up. Is he the real crazy white guy that's kind of like all over the place and has very unorthodox kind of like shoot moves and kind of grappling moves? Or am I getting white guys mixed up?
No, you're getting your guys mixed up. This guy's a clean kickboxer, like
Okay.
clean prestige.
Not who I'm thinking of at all then. All right. You got to tell me. I know Costa. I've seen Costa fight before. Tell me a little bit more about this fight though.
So this is gonna be this should be a good fight. It should be Paulo Costa has always been like just a weird head case dude. Makes weight, misses weight, makes weight, misses weight. Um, but this will be a stand up kickboxing fight. It'll go to decision and it'll be entertaining. I think Kopylov wins this by decision. I know a lot of times these guys, it shows on right here, they win by knockouts and stuff like that. But both these guys are very tough. Paulo's very tough. Be high volume. I think there'll be a lot of leg kicks. I think Paulo Costa is going to eat a lot of leg kicks. But I like Kopylov here, and I don't see him winning by knockout. But this might be another one of those third round decision combos. But I haven't even looked at these lines. But I like Kopylov to win here.
All right, so let's pull up the lines first. Because I have an idea here. I want to look at some things first, though. So minus 230 just to win. Now, you like maybe the third indecision bet that we've been looking at earlier on some of these?
I mean, that's if you want to go conservative. I like
Minus
Kopylov by decision.
125. Minus 125. If you like him to win in over 1.5 rounds, minus 175. Over 2.5, minus 125. You're better off doing the third round, by the way, if you're going to do that. All right. I don't like the decision bet at all. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to disagree with you on this one pretty strongly. And what I like here, can you see on the screen, is a finish only. It's minus 180. That's got so juicy. But we're decision no bet type thing. You know what I mean? Where they got to win by, you know what I mean? So fucking juicy, man. Other is you wait until fighter props. They have fighter props here. Okay, we aren't going to look at this. Is it on your screen?
Yeah, I got it.
81 is Kopylov's significant strikes. If you're right and this goes to decision, those numbers should be high. And we'll get more numbers on this later, but that gives me a gauge. Let's jump back on this screen real quick. Now you're getting the juices flowing here. So let me know. I'm going to pull up this guy's individual stuff here. Kopylov, come on, you son of a bitch. All right, so if we go down, it's a little bit different from my phone. Okay, here we go. So if you can see on the screen, significant strikes by position, standing is basically where he does all his damage, which is what we kind of already knew. A lot of shots, 65% to the head, and it works the body about a little less than 20% of the time. Definitely winning by knockout a bunch. Fight time is around 11 minutes, which means we're getting into the third round usually. Takedown defense is great. Knockdowns about 55% landed. Oh. If he can land 5 significant strikes a minute, okay, and this fight goes 12 minutes, that gives us 60 significant strikes. So what I'm looking at then, let's switch back over here. 81. They think They don't make this number 81 unless they think this is going the distance or pretty late in the distance. Fight prompts, the fight to go the distance is probably plus money. Yes. So they do think it's going to go the distance. I think your bet, and I like Kopylov too, but I'm agreeing with you on that one. Kopylov to win in the third or decision minus 125. I think that's the play, Mark. I mean, I think you're agreeing with me, but I think after talking it out here, based upon the odds, over 1.5 was too juicy. I mean, if you want to go conservative, over 1.5. Also, finish only minus 180. Both those are fine. You could actually make both those bets, Mark, right? You can make the finish only bet minus 180, knowing that if it does go decision, you're getting your money back. And then also make the of the third and decision bet. And you could knock him out in the third round and win both. But if he knocks him out in the second or first, you can hedge against. I think that's what you do. I think that's the play, actually. You make both those bets.
Do a little hedging, yeah.
Well, yeah. So you're minus 180. Yeah. Let me just put it here in the bet slip so people can follow along. So I place this bet slip, and then I go over. And these are two separate bets here, but I'll put them in the same bet. Let's see here what I'm talking about.
You know, looking at that line, I'm probably going to go, even though this might go to decision, I've just looked through Roman's significant strikes, and I'm probably going to go under 81 because he's not like an extremely high volume, but in his last 6 fights, he's only hit 80 once. So that's just throwing out there for the viewers.
That's what I'm saying is, I think the significant strikes actually might be under a little bit, to be honest with you, even if it goes a distance. So looking at, I don't know if you can see that on the screen or not, but just this should be the ratio. For every $18 risked on the finish only, risk 10 on the win. So basically, if you win that, it'll cover your loss there. If that pushes, you'll get. So this is what you clip both. So Roman, finish only, minus 180, lay the 180 per 100, and then lay the 100 or 10, or however you want to do the math. It works out. 18 for every 10 is how you should hedge this properly. Well, 36 to 20, whatever. You can figure out your own math. Okay, cool. All right, let me clear this out. Let's get on to the next fight. For the belt. This is the bad motherfucker belt, right? Or something like that, right?
Correct.
Son of a bitch. All right, here we go. Finally, I think catch him. All right, Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier. Lightweight bout for the belt. They're just saying who's the baddest motherfucker out there. There's a 3-inch reach advantage to Dustin. I don't like Dustin in this fight. I'm just going to put that out there. I think because of the nature of this fight, you won't see a ton of shit on the ground. I think this is a old school brawl, and it's who is the baddest motherfucker and who's going to get out there and just fucking swing and have the biggest dick in the locker room. I think that guy is Holloway, but I mean, how do you see this going?
I completely agree with you in the fact of this is going to just be a stand there and slug it out. I've been going back and forth. I like both fighters. I was on Max Holloway. It is very difficult to bet on somebody who just got flatlined their last fight, and then they go against a heavy-handed fighter. So that's what gives me some pause. And so looking at this fight, I think I was just liking under 4.5. I think 4.5 was a favorite. I don't know if I like this going to a decision. I think somebody gets knocked out. And so my play on this fight.
On the screen, no decision. Not to go the distance is even money. But going under 4.5 is like, again, these are just DraftKings odds, is plus 130. So 30 cents for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, so you would do fight not to go the distance.
You're okay giving the 30 cents for a half a round?
No, looking at what you did, I'd probably do fight not to go the distance at just even money.
I kind of like, I was gonna say I like Holloway by knockout or decision, but minus 135 is what the fucking odds are. What the odds are. I mean, nobody thinks
doesn't
this
look like he wins.
Yeah,
because he's not going to. Yeah, he's not going to submit Dustin. Dustin is a legit black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Is there any way Dustin submits Holloway?
Yeah, he could definitely stun him, and they could get in a weird clinch and fall to the ground type deal, and then Dustin is slick on the ground.
So I really like Max Holloway to win by knockout. I guess if you just go straight knockout, win by knockout plus 130, which I like that. Instead of saying, how about this, Mark? You like the fight not to go the distance at even money. But I think Max Holloway doesn't submit. Austin might submit, but I'm not even in love with that, really.
No, I like that plus 130 right there because you're
Yeah.
basically doing the under with getting that extra 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, and I don't think either one of us thinks submission's really that viable. Now, okay, to win by finish. I mean, he's not going to submit him. Majority decision, unanimous decision. Oh, yeah, I think. See, decision, knockout, parlay. I like Max Holloway. I do. I like Max Holloway.
You had a good one pulled up where it had Max Holloway by knockout and Dustin by submission, and
Submission?
it was like plus 230.
Yeah, but
That covers you if something wacky happens
I just don't like I think if I'm doing that round, I just go knockout anybody to win by knockout.
at plus 130.
Yeah. I don't Max Holloway to win round 3 or 4.
I mean,
Oh
it's a
man,
5 round fight.
I know. Holloway over 2.5, under 4. Sorry, I'm just trying to think this out, kind of in my head. Round props, fight props. I mean, they get.
Those are significant strikes.
I'm looking at it right now. 120 and 149. Let's go back over to what I was doing before here. Let's say he goes 20 minutes. At 20 minutes, that's 140 for Max Holloway. The number for Max Holloway is 149. So they think this is going about 4.5 rounds. Austin's 120 is the line. Let's switch over to him and just see roughly. Come on, you stupid thing.
Yeah, they think that's going 5 rounds too because he's at five strikes a minute.
But yeah, I think just reading the lines, I think the book thinks this round is going to get stopped in the middle of the 4th round. Just kind of reading, what they're kind of telling me here. 5 and 20. Yeah, I think a little bit under. I think under the 4.5. I think that's what I'm just going to land on, Mark. Is winning method down here. I'll put it up here. The fight ends by knockout, TK, or DQ. Plus 130.
Plus 130.
Regardless of who.
Yeah, and this is something that the viewers can watch this. So this is one of the main reasons. Obviously, we like giving you guys content. We like doing this, but a lot of this is I come in, I talk about fights, I tell him what I'm thinking, and then he always finds a little bit better bet for me. So you guys, that's why Chad is like so valuable to the community. He'll find a bet you like, and he'll make it a little bit better for you. So I was gonna do under 4.5 plus 130, and now you just basically gave me 2.5 minutes to play with, and at the same price.
Yeah, you got to let the numbers speak to you a little bit and take. And so some of this is better because I don't know as much, so I'm not putting as much bias of who I think of what I think. I'm looking more just at the data and then the numbers and the odds, and then mostly just playing the odds. If we could get James on here or Carlos on here, or somebody else, it's even better because then you're getting a different perspective from the actual fight thing, and then I can take both your guys' perspectives and kind of blend that together and get the right spot. But yeah, I just come from the betting perspective, and let's get our money in the right spot at the right time. I don't have anything else. Mark, as always, you got to leave these people with some words of wisdom before we leave the show.
Oh man, you put me on the spot.
Every time we've ever done a show, and for those that don't know, we did a little podcast about a year or two ago, just kind of when I first started off, just kind of for fun. And I always do this to him. I always set him up with like, all right, leave the people with some words of wisdom. It's supposed to be funny. And he's never prepared. He's never prepared. But go ahead.
You know what? I would say this. You know what? Life is definitely better with Mother Nature, and that means go find you some shrooms, go find you some weed, and enjoy your fucking life. That is my word of the wisdom.
In moderation.
Sure.
No, let's be honest for a sec. In moderation. I am one to enjoy the finer delicacies of, as you call it, nature. But I've been around, and I know you've been around, especially if you work in a casino, you've seen this. And I've probably been that person at some point in my life where you've had a little too much of nature. Too many of the hops, too many of the rye, too many of the THC, too many of, I've never done shrooms, but if you're into that, sometimes enough. Yeah, there's that fine line. It's always the dancing. There's always that
That's true.
dancing. And nobody likes anybody sloppy, men or women. If you're out in public,
Correct.
whether you're with the person or if they're just somebody that's in your general vicinity, you don't like anybody that's sloppy. I know I've done stupid shit when I'm sloppy. I'm sure you've done stupid shit when you're sloppy. It's not a good look for you.
Moderation is the key.
Yeah.
Moderation is the key.
And look, it's words I should live by. So listen to what I say, not as I do, because I'm telling you, August 5th for that meetup event, we're going to be having a good fucking time. Good fucking time. It's all you can eat and drink for a reason. Come indulge. Come indulge with us in the great state of Ohio. We're going to try to put out a show again. Free information, free content. Ultimately, if
Yep.
we can make next week, Mark. All right, so we're going to try to do perfect. And me and Mark have the same, I think, beliefs and motto on this, which is the reason we come on here and give you an hour of our time just recording and then plus another couple hours of actually going back and editing is because we know that if we can put money in your pocket, providing these free shows, that hopefully you'll take some of that profit and invest it in yourself by joining the community. Guys, our record keeper just put this up a little bit ago. If you follow just all of our experts, what we call our 1 ounce play, which is our biggest play we put out each day or when available, I believe you'd be up over 100 units. Mark, and again, he's just doing UFC, so it's not as regular, but I think you'd be up over 60 units. James, you're up over 20. The other Mark, he does a lot of like WNBA, hockey, baseball, stuff like that. You'd be up around 80. Jody, again, partly because he does football, and so this calendar year there hasn't been a bunch. He's up like 12 or 15. But literally, guys, you enjoy watching the sports. You clearly enjoy betting the sports. That's why you're watching the show. Wouldn't it be fun to actually like make money and not have to keep depositing fucking money in your accounts? Like it reminds me of when you first started golfing, right? When you first start golfing, you suck and you keep losing balls and you get sick of losing your golf ball. So you become better at it. So you just can enjoy the game more. That's what sports betting is. Become a better sports bettor so you can enjoy this with us or on your own. I don't give a fuck. Don't join us. Go, but enjoy it. If you're losing money, it's not enjoyable. You can ruin your sports night by having a bad night. Stop doing that. And I'm not going to promise you we win every time. Fuck. God, I wish we could, but as Jim Nance said, better than most, more times than not. Until next time, get in where you fit in, and we fucking all the bitches. Mark, I love you. Peace.
All right, peace.